Amir Perets taught self-defense to the Israeli military and has over 20 years of martial arts training.
Special Forces trainer Amir Perets.
Amir has been around fighters in all organizations.
And we have Amir, who has over 20 years of martial arts experience, 3 years in the Israeli military, and has been teaching self-defense for over 15 years.
He believes that if someone has no choice but to fight back, the best defense is a good offense.
And I've heard more about Krav Maga, honestly, since I've met you. And I'm giving you all the credit. Amir Perets joins us once again, who formerly trained the Israeli Defense Force.
Some basic principles can make the difference between life and death.
You can see him now on the National Geographic channel, as we will.
We'll compare the awareness levels of a self-defense expert to those of an average Joe.
Naturally is to pay more attention to your surroundings, meaning where you are, who is around you. I must stress not to confuse being alert with being alarmed. It's not that I'm paranoid and I'm looking for attacks. No, I'm just more aware of where I am.
For Amir, awareness is second nature. Now, Amir's trained eye will be put to the test.
As I walk through, I may prevent a situation just by seeing few steps ahead.
Amir's eyes sweep back and forth in an organized pattern.
I add the element of deterrence. I don't seem like a victim. If a potential threat do come up, I know how to react faster and better because I was able to spot it a fraction of a second earlier. What the main thing is that people actually want answers. Now we live in a different times where the public needs to be a lot more aware.
The difference between what John and Amir saw is striking. The eye-tracking software reveals that John glanced at his subjects, but he paid more attention to obstacles in his way. Amir's perception was radically different. He scanned each subject thoroughly, looking for small details that would indicate a threat level. By just being aware, one can increase reaction time by 300%.
Looking at the waistband, looking at the arms, I'm looking for some bulge or protrusion, something outstanding or suspicious.
Amir's heightened sense of awareness could have saved his life. Experts call it situational awareness.
Situational awareness means being more aware of your surroundings.
And avoiding trouble before it happens. But what do experts do when trouble finds them? And they have no choice but to fight back.
Give me the car keys, give me the car keys, don't play with me.
Their first enemy isn't even the bad guy. It's their own mind and their own body. It's called the fight-or-flight response.
If you could not avoid it, you must counterattack explosively, without hesitation.
The critical question is, will he shut down or defend himself?
In a point of disadvantage, such as a threat with a handgun when someone tried to hold you either as an hostage or take you somewhere, where pretty much it comes down to choice. What choices do you have? You do nothing, you fail to begin with. Here, jump into the car, you're being kidnapped.
Instead of running, he chooses to fight back.
Fraction of second, knowing what to do, training earlier on responding, fraction of second can be a difference between life and death. When you're attacked, adrenaline pours into your system. Through knowledge and experience, you learn to use it to your advantage. This is the kind of fighting style that you, as a fighter or as a person, you're always worried about.
If they went into Krav Maga, they would be naturals.
Also an inspiration.
Amir is doing just that now. He is a regular now on Fight Science. You can see it on the National Geographic channel. Perhaps you already have. If not, here's a look at a self-defense technique that he demonstrated on the show.
Okay, everyone, we're going to show a defense against a threat with a gun to my back. The set turns into a hot range now. I was lucky to participate in this show where we have such a bigger stage to pass a message to people that even though those are very dangerous situations, there are things you can do.
Move.
Stay down, on your stomach.
He took control of the situation. But how did he do it?
Look away from me.
Slow motion reveals the secret behind Amir's incredible takedown. First, he decides which hand his attacker is using to hold the gun and turns inward, taking his body out of the line of fire. This allows him to control the arm holding the gun. Amir then seizes the weapon and uses the gun itself as leverage against the attacker's wrist and trigger finger. Amir's expertise even allows him to reverse the gun and use it himself. For the average person, the goal is to wrench the gun free and get away fast. The entire exchange takes under 5 seconds.
That's how we met. He had a pellet gun and he told me to shoot him when I saw him move. And everybody, the whole class stopped and started laughing. He said, "You really want to do this?" But there was no way I could do it. Yeah, he got it the whole time. And the worst part is he's got your gun pointing at you. You know, so, and it goes really that fast. You can fight it, you're not going to stop it. I'm never impressed with things like that, but yeah, it's quite amazing.
It's a common attack scenario and one of the most terrifying. Out of nowhere, a gun to the back.
When the attacker has a gun, it's a very dangerous situation. You should only fight back when you have no choice, and you must know there are things you can do. Weak points are areas on the body that no one can make stronger.
But once they know where to hit, can an average human, like Fight Science lead scientist Dr. Cindy Burr, actually incapacitate an attacker?
Bren is a very strong guy. If I'll try to stop him from moving forward and I put my hand on his chest, Bren, move forward, don't let me stop you, don't let me stop you. See, I cannot stop him. But let's see if I can stop him with my index finger, just one finger. Right? Let's see if it works. Here we go, walk forward.
No chance.
It really is possible to stop someone, even a powerful man, with a single finger.
Tried to do that.
Try it.
You gonna try? You okay with this, Bren?
Go ahead.
Okay, so just right here?
Just 45
push
degrees
back?
upwards.
45 degrees up.
That's correct.
Okay.
Very good.
How cool is that?
That's amazing, because I mean, he's a big guy. I wouldn't think I'd be able to hold him back at all. 1, strike.
Amir hits the dummy with 506 pounds of force, a level that would cause severe pain and could easily fracture the nasal bone. The surprising secret, don't shrink away from the strike, lunge toward it.
The concept and the main principle is to close the distance suddenly and explosively, so the lower and closer you get, you deal with less resistance.
It appears to work, moving into the baton instead of away and deflecting its impact on an angle. But will the physics bear out the theory?
Amir, are you ready?
Ready.
Strike.
A ton of force. Easily enough to break both the ulna and the radius bones in the forearm.
That's correct.
Okay.
The concept is, again, to close the distance, you deflect and redirect the attack.
Well, that's great information to know, because I never would have thought of that.
I used to compete in the past. I'm a former heavyweight champion of Israel. I had the pleasure to help Bas attaining his heavyweight belt in the UFC. That's what we do. We mix it up. We try to bring the best answer to the threats of today. And that's mixed martial arts, include Krav Maga, as well as the MMA sport.
We wanted to know if fighting blind is really possible. To test this attack scenario, we've asked our self-defense specialist Amir Perets to wear an assortment of special sensor modules. It may look ridiculous,
The things I do for science.
but the data could save lives.
This is exactly the test that is most realistic, because self-defense means that you start in a point of disadvantage.
So we're taking away your primary sense here. This should be quite interesting.
When you're attacked in the dark and your vision is limited, you must rely on different senses in order to protect yourself. If it's through touch, if it's through hearing and feeling where the attacker is.
Amir has no idea where the attacker will be coming from or what he'll do. his attacker didn't stand a chance.
And it doesn't matter whether you are 150 pounds or 300 pounds. You have to use momentum and leverage.
The struggle happens so quickly, it's hard to see what really occurs.
Give me your money.
Amir moved his hands at 72 feet per second, over 49 miles per hour. From here, he can both immobilize the biggest threat and detect his attacker's body position. The whole exchange took less than 5 seconds.
I can hit you in the eyes, in the nose, in the jaw, in the throat, knees to the groin. Thank you for having me back. Great to be here. I bet you didn't see that coming.
Wow, that is good. That is riveting. That's like a great trailer in a movie, isn't it?
It is.
You
You
say,
know,
I
that's
want to
how,
see this. I want to see this.
That was me doing one of my favorite workouts. Here I am working out with my kickboxing instructor, Amir.
Amir Perets is one of the world's foremost experts in self-defense.
Here's the guy who trains the trainers, the man the special forces call on when they need an expert, Amir Perets.
Amir Perets served in Israel's most elite commando unit. But this warrior is no average person.
I am Israeli Military Secret Service Anti-Terrorist Squad.
I'm Drill Bit Taylor.
I don't really know how to describe this because this is not stuff that we've seen before.
Center mass body shots. Nicely done.
This man is a master. He's an expert in Krav Maga.
For self-defense purposes, you use any means, of course. Hit the attacker at his vulnerable points. The main objective is to be able to function under stress. From here, my movement goes at once.
With this core body temperature, he's lost nearly 3% of his body weight. It's going to be very difficult to function. He shouldn't be standing, much less prepared to do a test.
Do you want me to do it quickly, or do you want him to suffer? Suffer. Deal with the danger. I'm gonna start by lifting my right hand. Give me one. Hello, my name is Amir Perets, and I'm going to show you some of the skills and the conditioning needed to overcome an attack.
Where's the girl? What girl? Check the rooms. One last time. Where's the girl?